Schedule of checks. Taking corrective action we have already studied in the previous topic. This is stamp study technique. I have already told you. So in this class we will study about this corrective action and schedule of checks. What are the maintenance checks, checks of the supervisors, checks of the plant managers, and all those things. Supervisory checklist. Before and after the beam gating, check for loom cleaning, top box spring, shedding tappet, treadle hooks, lever and bolts, temple cleaning, weaver's beam conditions, presence of proper cord indicating fabric construction and dimensions. Check for fabric defects like missing ends, rank pattern, wrong drawing or denting, reed mark, selvage. Cloth construction dimension. Example, reed and pick. Weft count of yarn in battery, sized yarn for knotting, reed, play, angle and alignment. Check for shedding, timing, line and smooth movement. Shuttle line, angle, jaw, eye and nylon loops. Anti-crack motion, check that. Warp motion, check whether it is working or not properly. Cleaning of brake lining in the let-off. Point changing mechanism, scissor, thread hook and temple cutter. Continued. Supervisory checklist is continued. Check for shuttle rebounding, boxing and picking force, lug strap play, wooden support, entry roll, front wall, shuttle centering, picking center, height, swell movement, blocking lever and blocking lever release. Loom speed, starting handle and brakes. Check strap. In the check strap, check the collar, spring pressure and length. Weft fork motion, weft feeder mechanism. So far we have seen the supervisory checklist before and after the beam gating. In the coming slides we will see supervisory checklist during the round in the department and at the time of putting new shuttle. During the round in department. Check for looms for the fabric defects. Weavers work practice and method of patrolling. Battery for defective bobbins and improper threading. Empty pern hopper for empty perns. Half or full perns or perns with excessive waste on it. Shuttle boxing or rebounding. Shedding. Let off take up. During the round in the department, check for shedding, let off take up, warp tension, temple cutter, shuttle eye thread cutter by pern transfer, extra ends, crossing of ends. At the time of putting new shuttle, these are the supervisory checklists that should be followed. Check for general smoothness of surface, correct fixing of perns, shuttle eye, jaw and conditioning device. Reed angle, alignment with box and back plate. Dagger position, ensure that without shuttle in the box the dagger is just resting on the frog. 0.5 mm clearance. With shuttle in the box, clearance between dagger and frog should be 5 mm. Picking motion, carefully inspect all parts for absence of wear and tear. So in the picking mechanism there is a lot of wear and tear, so check for those wear and tear parts like picker, buffer, check strap, all those things. Picking should not be excessively harsh, very late or jerky. Pern transfer. Shuttle protector when actuated by transfer mechanism should be about 22 mm above the bottom plate and at a distance of 8 mm from the tip of the fully boxed shuttle. Weft feeler needle should have smooth tip. 0.5 to 1 mm sideway clearance in the feeder box. Pern transfer continued. The feeler needle should touch the pern at a distance of 10 mm from the back wall of the shuttle when the loom is at the top center. Temple cutter should cut the yarn properly with 5 mm from the selvage. Ensure a clearance of 2 mm between the pern ring and the hammer and 1 mm play in the hammer when it is at the lowest position at front center of the loom. Ensure correct transfer by putting pern containing bunch only. Shedding. Adjust heel connections to get proper shed line and height of the shed. Shuttle boxing. Ensure that rebounding does not exceed 4 mm. The settings given are for Ruti B type looms for illustration. All the settings that are given in this class are for Ruti B type. However, the settings may differ for different types of looms and should be set as per the recommendations of the manufacturer. Lubrication schedule for non-automatic looms. Lubrication points, frequency, type of lubricant. Type of lubricant generally will be oil or grease. So on the left hand side there are lubrication points and on the right hand side there is frequency. Open oil holes, first one, open oil holes and bushing of items running at high speed including oil cups if any. This should be done daily. Tappet and crankshaft wheels, they should be lubricated 15 days, every 15 days. So like that. Beam bracket should be checked and lubricated weekly. So these are the some of the schedule of checks and lubrication points. So this comes to the end of the first unit.